Good evening, America. Welcome back to another episode of Break the Machine podcast on Rants on a Friday night. Tonight, our special guest is Samantha Lorenze. You guys all know her sister's story, Lexi Lorenze, what was done to her uh, prior to a procedure and what she went through. But tonight, we're going to actually get the story from Samantha, okay? And we'll get just the full deal on what happened, right? Because we saw what we did on social media, but it's always better to hear from family and from the people who actually went through it. Lexi's not with us tonight, so just to give you guys a heads up, because she is still recovering. If you guys have been following, she just got out of the hospital again. On top of that, there's a give, send, go at the top of each chat. Please click the link, Jonathan, when you get a chance. Just drop that link in the chats occasionally from time to time as we go on tonight. So we have Samantha Lorenz, like I said, we got her for about 45 minutes. She's got things she has to do with her family, but we appreciate that she's coming on tonight to give us her time. And it's just important to hear this story. And, I want you guys all to hear it. So without further ado, let's bring Samantha and Red Day in. Hi, Red Day. Samantha, thank you very much for taking some time out of your night tonight to hang out with us and to, tell us the story of not only your sister, but what it is that your family is going through. So if you wouldn't mind, introduce yourself to everybody, to America. You probably have done this a couple of times.
Thank you for having me. Like he said, my name is Samantha Lorenze. I was in the hospital room as my sister got vaccinated, and as the doctor told her she can either go home and die or get the vaccinations to get treatment. And my sister thought, I'll take one vaccine to live, thinking that she would live. And I mean, she is alive, obviously, but it just was a whole whirlwind. Completely scary.
Early.
She didn't even
Yeah.
look like herself at all. I didn't even recognize her.
So, so what was she going in for that they made it? Because my understanding is they hit her up with like three vaccines, right? It wasn't just one.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
what take us through the process. What was your sister going there for? And then, what they put her through because I imagine that she was probably by herself initially when all of this happened and, probably feeling some pressure and stuff like that.
So, she in January of last year's 2024. So January 2024, got diagnosed with a disease called PNH, where her blood just doesn't hold in her body the same way as ours does. And I don't know how to 100% explain it, but my best explanation is that if we have 100 blood cells for 40 days, she has 20 blood cells.
We lost your sound.
Are you there?
Yeah, she's there. She heard me.
Um,
She's
My phone decided to disconnect as the the speaker.
of course it did.
But yeah, no,
no problem.
she has 20 blood cells for a less time than we do. So like it's really hard to explain. She's the best at explaining it. But basically she went in to get some blood transfusions so that she could be, better and not feeling sick and throwing up. And the doctor that specializes in California for this thing happened to be at that hospital. And Alexis didn't know anything about this prior. She just wanted blood transfusions. That's what the doctor in Florida told her. You just get some blood transfusions, you eat healthy, it'll go away eventually, hopefully. Because
Right.
there's no real cure for PNH, but basically it's it'll just go away. It just
Mhm.
magically goes away. And I think that's the Lord completely. But what happens is she gets in the hospital. She calls me. She's crying. She's like, I don't want to be here alone. And she's in California, like I said, but she also has a boyfriend, but he's busy at work. So she doesn't want to be there alone. My dad's like, I'll go, I'll go, I'll go. And I was like, no, no. You just went for a vacation. I'll go. She'll get out of the hospital in maybe a week to 2 weeks. Then we'll go and I'll have a little bit of a vacation. That was our initial plan because we didn't think she was going to be there for very long. And after the doctor tells her either go home and die or take the vaccination, and Alexis says yes, that same night the doctor ordered 3 vaccinations without telling Alexis. And they vaccinated her. They went pneumonia, tetanus, Alexis says Hib B, and then they went meningitis. And then she lost sight, started having a bloody nose. Her arms were in so much pain. She started throwing up, and everything was happening. And as that was kind of like stopping, I guess, this stuff on her face. It looked like she had picked on her face, like pimples. And I was like,
I
Alexis,
remember
did you
seeing some
pick
of the
on your
pictures.
face? Yeah. And she goes, no, I didn't pick on my face. And I was like, here, took a picture, showed her. She's like, I don't know what that is. We both freaked out. She went to the bathroom. She started looking at it. And she was like, what is that? And as the night progresses, her face starts to turn purple.
Oh, goodness.
They call what's the fast response nurse? And he starts putting Benadryl cream on her. And she's not really responding to Benadryl cream. You can't put topical things on something that's going on the inside of your body. They don't
Correct.
offer her any other kind of help.
They do
And
have Benadryl drips that they could have done with her.
absolutely, they could have done so many things. They waited
Yeah.
almost 2 to 3 days to even offer steroids, which steroids it basically helps suppress what's going on with the vaccine
Correct.
and stop it from happening.
Right.
And so they waited 2 days until Angela called, and that's later in the story. But she's getting kind of help, but not really. And the nurse is like not really paying much attention to her. She's screaming really loud. We're in the oncology unit, and because she's screaming loud, and because they don't know how to treat her, they move her downstairs to this like broom closet sized room where it's the bed and a tiny bit of space to walk from the bathroom. And they give us a cot 6 hours later for me to lay on, but it's literally like tiny. And she's screaming and screaming, and they keep saying, here, take melatonin, take melatonin. They want her to sleep so that she passes away, so that they don't have to deal with the problem. My sister's live streaming, and she's on TikTok, and somebody sees it on TikTok, sends it to Twitter, and Steve Kirsch gets a hold of it, and he calls my dad, and he adds Angela on the phone, and Steve Kirsch, Angela, and my dad all call me, and Steve Kirsch is like basically the only one speaking after my dad introduces them. He's like, Angela, you need to go down there. And Angela's like, well, I'll drive in the morning. I just need to get a good night rest so that I can drive safely. He goes, no, you're going to fly. In the morning, you're going to fly over there and you'll be there. And so he flew her over, and she was with us. And she told me while we were on the phone, because I was constantly on the phone with her, and she told me, click the code blue button and put me on speaker. And she started demanding everybody of things. And what her words, it was amazing. Her words literally echoed through the room, and everybody heard her, and they just started acting on point. And then as soon as she got there, she had demanded that they put her in the ICU. Alexis had just gotten into an ICU as Angela was getting there. And it was, I mean, Angela walked into the room, into the hospital, mind you, and it felt like the earth was quaking, because she walked in there with so much force and so much power. That's a power I don't even. She's the only one I've ever met who has that kind of power. And she kind of politely tore them all down and told them what to do. And they did exactly what she said. She said, go get Alexis this. They ran and they did it. And since Alexis was in the ICU for 5 months, Angela was basically directing every last bit of her care and helping my sister save her life. And Alexis was out of it mentally for like 2 weeks almost. And it was like she was saying strange things. She couldn't really keep up with a full conversation. And her face was 3 times the size of, I mean, it was just ginormous. Her eyes looked like ginormous. Oh, she was in so much pain she could barely even sit. And she would fall asleep while she was going to the bathroom, because that was the only comfortable spot she could be in. And I think about week 3, she had, I know it might have been week 2, she had all her hair shaved off because it was already falling off in clumps.
Right.
She asked me to get her a brush, and she would sit there all night brushing her hair and then showing me the brush, passing me the hair, and then doing it again for hours. And she would just, here you go. And it was so solid when the swelling went down that her hair, like her face, felt like rock. And don't tell things out of order. You don't have to stress while you're speaking.
You take your time, hon. You take your time, okay?
It's a traumatic moment. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, it was one of the scariest things I've ever witnessed. And I didn't know that vaccine injuries could happen. I didn't know that people were still or even believed in vaccines. I didn't know that I grew up in a household that didn't believe in vaccines, and in my mindset, not many people believed in vaccines.
Lose the audio again?
No, yeah,
Yes.
she's got it.
Um,
Her phone is has a mind of its own right now.
Yeah. I grew up in a town where a lot of the parents were anti-vax, and Deltona in Volusia County of Florida is like one of those places where it's a bunch of Spanish people and a bunch of rednecks, and they all just don't really believe in doctors. We don't even, I don't know if there's actually a Deltona hospital. Like, we just go out of town for hospitals. We just don't, it's not like it's bad or anything, but we just didn't grow up with stuff like that. So I didn't know that people actually got vaccines and got hurt, and watching my sister go through what she went through was the scariest thing ever. I have pictures. I don't know if I sent you guys pictures, and I could pull them up if anything. But
You could if you want to share them one, we can pull them up. But most of us who were following uh, your sister's story, we saw how what she was going through, and obviously everybody around her were going through with her. Um,
mhm,
and you're doing a fantastic job. So don't worry about it. You take your time, like I said. Uh,
thank you. Um, what else happened? Alexis, Angela, and so we met Mia. Mia came along because Angela needed us to get some food, and she heard that.
can't hear you.
Hmm.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Gotcha. Just to let you know, people are cheering for you in the chat. Christine Kale
Thank
says
you.
that you're doing a great job. She talked about Angela being a force to be reckoned with. Uh,
She really is. I
so
forgot to look over there actually because I knew that if I did, I would be distracted and I'd be reading all
it's
those, trying
okay.
to answer them all.
No, it's all right.
Um,
It's just
It's
comment
okay. That's
people
our
making
job.
comments. It's all right. That's our job.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she says we love Steve. Steve and my doctor, Pierre Corey, are great men. Uh, so yeah, don't worry about it. Everybody's in your corner. That's not your responsibility. Oh, we got it.
okay, thank you. Um, yeah, no, just watching what happened to my sister, I don't. The fact that she's still alive, I didn't even tell you
It's a
guys about this.
miracle.
In the beginning, when she was first like starting to turn purple, we decided to do a praise and worship session in the room, and we turned on one of my favorite songs, which is the Yeshua song, and we turned on some of her favorite songs to make her feel comfortable. And we were singing the music, and we're praising the Lord because that's what you do. It's what you're supposed to do. You praise the Lord in the adversity. And I'm sitting here begging. I'm begging the Lord, please save my sister. Don't let her die from this. And the Lord says she will not die from this. He said it so clearly, and through that whole entire time I was able to stay calm. Even though I didn't know why she looked the way she did and what was going on, I was able to stay calm and keep hope because he verbally clearly said she will not die from this. And I've had visions of her walking on stage with hair back on her head. And it's like a little buzz cut, but I know that she's going to be one of those people who's a force to be reckoned with, and she's going to work with some people, and you know, she's going to make a difference in this world. So the Lord allowed her to go through this, even though he didn't, he didn't say, hey, you have to go through this. He allowed her to go through it because other people possibly have, and nobody's getting justice for it. And she screamed loud enough for people to pay attention. And she's a loud screamer. That girl's a loud screamer. um, but as time goes by and she's recovering. We got out in February actually of UCI, and I know I passed a lot of stuff, but you guys saw all the pictures. You saw most of
That's
the
okay. You
progress
take
that she was
again,
in the
like I said,
hospital.
Samantha, you're doing fantastic. If you need to go back, you just go back.
Okay. Um, When she first got out of the hospital, she slept almost for like 2 weeks. She would eat and she would go back to sleep. She needed it. It was bad. And the only
Yeah.
time she would get up is when we would go see Dr. Galili. That guy is amazing, by the way. And then we would see his friend, I forgot his name, but he's called Dr. Cancer Killer. And she had this infection that UCI wouldn't treat. And she had these drips of like yellow stuff. If anybody has seen those pictures, basically this infection was causing her head to stay open and it wouldn't close. So we went to
Right.
that
It wasn't
doctor.
healing.
Yeah, and it was this big ordeal where we couldn't get her head to close up. It was just big open wounds on her head, on the side and on the other side and even in the
I remember
back.
those
And
pictures.
yeah, and so basically this doctor washed her head properly without scrubbing it with metal brushes. Like she had to get scrubbed with metal brushes. Crazy to do that. And
Yeah.
then he put some, I think it was like a silver nitrate or something along that lines. And he said, don't take this off for the next day and then go ahead and wash your head. And within 24 hours, her wounds were smaller. And it was
Wow.
crazy. And the infection was completely gone. And so we went back to him like 2 or 3 times, and her head continued to stay clean. And he prescribed us some mosotropin and some clobetasol. Those are 2 creams that we kept applying, and it would just kind of like make her head close faster and for longer. And her skin is so thin that it just opens up if you do a basic little scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Clobetasol is some good stuff. I've had to take that before.
I've never had to take that.
Yeah, I've had allergic reactions on my skin to some things, and doctors couldn't figure out what it was, but they prescribed clobetasol, and it made it go away.
Right.
Clobetasol is one of those really good ones. I agree, but it does have fluoride in it, which is really weird to
Yeah.
me, but it works. But
Well, the whole
yes,
thing with fluoride or anything in general, it's really minimal amounts of things, right?
Yeah.
It's when we have it in our water and all that other stuff that that we're not even paying attention to. And now we obviously are. Uh, more and more people
Sure.
are now, more and more governments and local governments are stopping it, states and whatnot. That's where the issue is. But some things, unfortunately, they're probably medicine in general is not something that we're really meant to put into our bodies long time. Okay. It
yeah,
might clear up what it is that needs to be cleared up. But in the end, we can't just stay on stuff. First things is if we're on something for a long time, our bodies stop reacting to it anyway. Like we get used to
yeah,
it and it just stops having its function. So I'm just glad your sister, I know she was just recently in the hospital as well, correct?
yeah. We got home, and our house was really, really messy. My dad, I stated prior that he has dementia, um,
Hmm.
and he had he had 1 cancer surgery in 2 different spots. So I guess it would be 2, but it was at the same time. He got half his tongue removed and 32 lymph nodes, and they
Oh,
found
wow.
a piece of cancer about like this big in his neck, and now there's a new lump. But that's
Yeah.
part of a different thing. He had cancer, and he didn't really get up more than sleep and eat for a long time, and
Sure.
he didn't really clean the house. We had animals in here. He was just not really paying much attention. He thought he was living life, and he wasn't. So when I got back, there were flies and gnats, and Alexis had a pick line in her arm, and we had to change it once a week. And I think it
Right.
came around to the second time we had to change it, and she had it kind of peeled up a bit before we could get to it. And for like a day, because we were super busy that day, she just kind of had it open just a little bit, not much. And flies landed on it, and so she caught E. coli.
Oh my God.
And then she almost died because she was having a PNH act up and E. coli and jaundice all put together. And she went into the hospital with a 3.1 hemoglobin, 200 beats per minute for her heart, and her arm was going numb, and she was throwing up, and her body was just not keeping anything in any side. So she was literally like I had to change her clothes so many times because she almost died. And in the hospital, this time, this nurse kept trying to give her Tylenol, and Alexis can't have Tylenol. It'll actually kill her because her liver isn't particularly working properly.
Correct.
And so this nurse kept trying to give her Tylenol, and Alexis kept saying no, no, no. And then this nurse kept ignoring Alexis pretty much. And so Alexis finally gets her bags of blood in. We get specially radiated blood because you can't have unwashed blood with her because it doesn't hold in her body.
Right.
And so she gets this radiated blood. She hangs it up. She puts it on Alexis and then walks away and never comes back. Doesn't start it. It's just sitting there hooked. And when you start blood, you're supposed to sit there for 15 minutes to watch to make sure there's a reaction or not.
Right.
Lady just walks away. Then about an hour and a half later, because we're sitting here asking, why is it not going? Why is it just sitting here? She comes back and she's flipping out. She's like, I got to waste the bag. So Alexis had to wait almost 8 hours to even get treatment properly. And finally, when a doctor comes in and Alexis is begging for cold water, like, please. And I'm sneaking her water this time. And she gets some cold water and some ice. And then she gets sent to the ICU, and she gets a fast response nurse again. And this nurse is like, okay, this, and Alexis starts to get stabilized within 24 hours. And then she gets placed in the PCU for the last 2 weeks. She was in the PCU, and she got out on Monday. And she's been doing pretty decently. And she has her appetite back, and she has her color back. She's not a yellow banana anymore. And that's what she said. She said she looked like a yellow banana. And I was like, you look more like a green yellow lime. She really had this green undertone, and we were kind of just joking about it.
Not so much a banana as she was a green plátano, right?
Yes.
Not a maduro that we like to eat without eggs and stuff like that. She looked like something that you make a tostone with.
Yes. Yeah,
Poor thing. Hi, Blondie. How's it going, honey? Good to see you. Blondie will be back with us next week on Wednesday, and she will be with us on the 20th, and obviously on Halloween night. That should be something too. So, what is the prognosis? What are we going with now? Where is she at right now as far as like her health? I know she just got out of the hospital. Is she got any more treatments coming up? Obviously we're all praying for her because we want her to just come out of this already.
So
hang on, there's a question for you. Says, question, did the doctor get fired, the one that it looks like mistreated 3 vaccines, the one that administered 3 vaccines?
So that doctor did not get fired. They took her off the roster of the hospital while Alexis was in there, except for the last month and a half that she was in there at UCI, because they were covering her butt. And then the doctor's office that she had.
Poor Samantha with that. Your phone is not having it tonight with you.
No, it's not. The
It's all right.
doctor's office.
We'll stay here as long as we need to make sure you get it out.
That doctor's office got closed down because so many people left horrible Yelp reviews. And we had to actually call a ceasefire of people threatening, because people were actually doing bomb threats to the hospital because they weren't allowed to ask or like get information on her. They were doing like sneak operations to get in. There was all sorts of stuff. So we had to change Alexis's name.
I'm sure you weren't calling for any of that. You guys aren't those type of people. But some people, unfortunately, they can't maintain their anger, and they do crazy things in it and stuff like that when they see, it's, again, we know that had nothing coming from you and your family.
We appreciate that. And we appreciate the passion of the people. We just don't, we let the Lord have justice. And we also
Amen.
are going to go through the legal system. And we have 2 lawyers that Steve Kirsch and Angela had said here, use them. And they're so good. They're such good lawyers that they don't even advertise. Rich people go to them. So we're like, we're set up for success.
Hope so.
Poor Samantha. Cafecito break is good to see you, honey. Happy Friday.
All right, we're back. They're so good that I forgot what I was saying. Oh no,
The
they've only
lawyers. You were
lost
speaking about the
one
lawyers.
trial. Yes, out
Yep.
of all of his trials, and he's had a lot of them with the kind of situation that Alexis has, vaccine injured. He's only
Yep.
lost one, and he's had a lot. So that's really
Wow.
good statistics.
That's good.
Comforting.
I'm glad you got good legal representation. It's very important with everything that has gone on with your sister, and what they put her through. And yeah, there's, like you said, the ultimate justice is with the Lord, but it's good that you guys are taking legal action as well. And I honestly hope you, and I know it's not what you guys are like looking at, but for me person as an outsider, I hope you guys sue them into oblivion, and they can't pick up another freaking scalpel or anything. They can't even pick up a freaking, a tong, whatever. Just, nothing. I don't want them to be able to pick up any kind of medical device whatsoever, or even look at any medical books after you guys get through with them, because what they
Actually, I
did to
agree.
your sister. Was just atrocious, and it's egregious, and it was done intentionally because their system out in California says that you have to be this A, B, and C in order to get D, and that's not how medicine is supposed to work. Okay, having been in EMS and having doctors and nurses in my family, they will all tell you the same thing, that is not how it's supposed to work. There's a reason why it's do no harm is put in their oath. Okay, and it's unfortunate that what happened to your sister, that should never happen, ever happen at all. And
Not at all.
the medical tyranny is a real thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, I this has nothing to do with Alexis, but like my whole life I've had these stomach problems and I would go to the hospital and I'd ask for treatment and they would just send me home with amoxicillin. They didn't treat the actual problem. This has been going on for years. And the doctor that did this to Alexis, most of her patients, because she specialized in the PNH realm, and she's always had older than 50, 60, 70s patients. So when she saw my sister, she thought, oh look, I got a new guinea pig. And
Right.
I can't imagine how many older people she's done this to, because she has this vaccine list for her new drug called Fablalta, and the vaccine list is pneumonia, tetanus, and meningitis. That's her vaccine list for her to give her Fablalta. And basically, she did that to my sister without my sister's consent. She used Alexis as a guinea pig.
Yeah, it's an absolute. How you doing on time? I know you have family, some stuff with family tonight. Okay, just let us know. Okay.
Oh, we're
We're
good. He'll
just
call me
we're
if anything.
fortunate to finally have you on the show. It's something that Scott and I have been talking about at length. We really wanted to have you on the show very badly, just so everybody can hear, you know, Lexi's story and hear your story. But I know that's all the unfortunate stuff that has came out of it. Now let's hear some of the good stuff. You had Jimmy Levy, Jim Levy got involved. You had Angela. You had Steve Kirsch. What other people have come to try to help you and your family?
So, Dr. Galili has not only accepted us basically like his little sisters, but put his arm around my sister and I and said, I've got your back. And I love you guys to pieces. And when Alexis would go into the office, he would come out of his office and he would sing this little, my little Lexi's here. And he would walk down the hallway and he'd sing
That's
his little
great.
song, and Alexis would go up and hug him, and he'd do little videos with her, and he adores her. And Alexis actually, after having his treatments for a decent amount of time, was a lot better. Her body was able to detox off of the vaccines that she had
Right.
and move forward. And she was able to walk around without a wheelchair for like 2 months. And now, because of her doing all of that, she's able to drive. She's able to walk around. She can't do for like a long period of time walking,
Right.
but she can walk and sit, which is fine.
She has
for her.
increased activity now at this point.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dr.
So you
Galili
have
did, I think, NAD
Christine wanted to
treatment.
know if Bobby Kennedy helped in any way.
He FaceTimed once, and it was while he was I don't know if it was on the way to his mother's funeral or if it was on the way. I don't remember. I just know that he had stated that his mom had passed away, and the only time he had to call Alexis was in the car ride to where he was going. And
Mhm.
he took like 30 minutes to talk to her, and
Wow.
she enjoyed conversation with, and he said, if you need anything, just call me or text me. And I've texted him once and he gave me a thumbs up, and then that was about it. We don't want to bother him or anything, but I know Jimmy
He, he's
will
the
if
type of
he
person
wants
that,
to.
believe it or not, regardless of his position in the government, he will respond to you. So if you need help, trust that you guys have a looks like you got a
Yeah, he's a
beeline
very
to him.
busy man.
Yeah, he's a very
Hmm.
busy man, but I guarantee you he will take the time to respond if something goes wrong. If doctors start doing crazy dumb shit now that he's running, HHS, he's
Oh
probably a
yeah.
good person.
Hmm.
He's a good trump card to have in your, no pun intended, everyone, trump card to put in your back pocket.
I agree completely. And I think that Jimmy will actually probably introduce us face to face to Mr. Kennedy if we ever wanted to. And I know Jimmy will come down and visit soon, and we want to go visit him. His mom is the sweetest lady ever. We haven't met his sister yet, but we love Jimmy to pieces. He's like our new older brother. Actually, he's younger than me, so he'd be my little brother. But yeah, he's like a new brother to us. He's family. We love him to pieces. He stepped up and he took care of Alexis, and he came and he stayed with us for a little bit while we were in California. And then Deepak. I don't know if you guys know who Deepak is. He's a singer who does like anti-vax events, and
Oh, I
I
don't know.
don't know much
I didn't
about
know that.
him other than I met him a few times. And
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy ended up being with Deepak for a while, and we kept being like, Jimmy, you came here to see us. We're stealing you away. And so we took care of Jimmy, and we were in a hotel room for a while, and me and Jimmy went shopping while Alexis slept in the afternoons, and we all went out to eat and stuff, and we had a great time. Jimmy just grabbed Alexis and just loved her like nobody's business. It was fantastic.
He's a good
Yeah.
human being. Every video I've ever seen of him, he's always doing something for somebody, with no, it's all from his heart,
Hmm.
and in his beliefs and stuff like that. So like everything that comes from him, no matter who he's helping, or who he's talking to, it's all from his heart. So like he's just a genuine good human being, and it's good to know that you have people like that in your corner, with not only your sister but with all of you guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And he has the coolest story from being a Satanist to a Christian. I think that's like the wildest story. And he's a valid person to say, hey, people from Satanism, I went from there and came to Christianity. His story is so cool. If he has the chance to come on you guys' play or show and tell his story, I'm sure he would love to because his story is amazing.
We'd love to have him, but we know he has a busy schedule. Yeah, we'd definitely love to have him on, but we understand that. Listen, he's not only is he making music, but doesn't he have like a what do you call, a reality show or something like that? Or is he done with that?
I don't know if that ever took off because the
Oh,
company
okay,
that was going to do that got sold to another company and then they never
gotcha.
heard back.
Right.
Well,
So
Uh,
if he gets a reality TV show, then I'm just gonna be rooting him on and be like, yeah.
no,
if he gets a reality TV show, maybe he'll be on it.
yeah, that'd be good to bring you guys on.
Maybe.
Absolutely. I mean, he's become a part of your orbit, okay,
Mhm.
and
Never know.
you know, it would be good just to well, just so you know, I know our viewers, we all know Lexi's story, and it was just very important to have you on because we only get what we see on social media, So very glad that you took the time with us to come and deliver that story, and I just will continue to pray for her. You know,
Thank you.
she's always in my prayers because I just want her to come out of it. She's your by all accounts, your sister's a very beautiful person, and she just deserves to come out of it. Because she's never hurt us, she's never harmed a soul. So, like, not to my knowledge, not to anybody else's knowledge. And thanks, Jonathan, for keep blasting
Mhm.
that what do you call it, that link in both the YouTube chat and
Yeah.
the Rumble chat. Anything we can do for him
Now,
to help Lexi? Go ahead, Scott.
And now you have and now Samantha, you're working with another page on Instagram, right? Died Suddenly TV.
Yeah, actually,
Um,
you're absolutely right.
and yeah, and maybe you want to just tell
Talk about
people
that.
that if this
Yeah,
is
talk
another
about it.
thing. I don't know if it's your page or you're just helping them or you're working with them, but yeah, tell everybody about Died Suddenly.
Go ahead and plug it.
So, I was kind of whining and crying to the Lord, and I was like, Lord, I need an income. I can't just keep relying on Alexis's donations because we were in California, and she was the one who was providing because of the donations, and I felt awful because that's going to help her sustain for a while. But she's running low right now. That's another topic for a second. But basically, I was just kind of whining and crying, and I was like, Lord, what am I going to do where I can take care of her and I can do this? And he said, text Edward. And I was like, okay. And Edward is of Died Suddenly. And so I texted him. I said, do you guys have a job opportunity? I could like run coffees for you when I get back to Florida. I don't care. Whatever we could do. And he said, give me a few days. I'll let you know. And then he texted me 2 days later. He's like, yeah, we need someone to run social media. And you'd be a good fit. And I was like, oh, okay. And so he signed me into the Instagram, the Facebook. We tried to sign into the YouTube, but I had a little bit of trouble with that. So we're going to kind of sit down and do more of that. And then, what else did he sign me into? TikTok. I've created TikToks for them, and it gets shut down within the same day because they
Of
don't
course.
want
Wow.
anything to do. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
wild. But I've been working with them, and I've been posting basically whatever you guys post and a lot of what the Died Suddenly posts, and I'm just adding it to the Instagram to raise awareness for the company. But they are on Twitter, and they have almost 1 million followers on Twitter, and
Awesome.
they're really reputable. They're wonderful people. Um, Edward and Matt are so kind. They love the Lord. And I think Edward kind of hired me based off of not only that he knew I needed something that I could do remote, but he also, we had met him a few days prior, and he knew that I loved the Lord. And that's the kind of way you build your business. If you love the Lord and I love the Lord, well, I can hire you as long as you really, really love the Lord.
Correct.
And that's, I think,
Just
why he hired me.
one of our other hosts, Blondie, she's on with me every other Wednesday. She just wanted to say that she's wishing Alexis a strong and speedy recovery ahead. She's actually our in-house nurse, so she's very familiar with a lot of the stuff that you're talking about.
Thank you very
Anytime we
much.
need any kind of health, anything, and just because I got to put this out there, Rumble and YouTube, we are not suggesting any type of medical advice on this show tonight. We are just hearing a story of medical tyranny.
I hate that we have to do stuff like that.
I know. It's just the worst.
It's
Even
crazy.
Rumble, like even because Rumble, like it's free speech and everything like that, but like they have guidelines too and stuff. So it's just retarded. Um,
Hmm.
again, we're I'm not about giving people advice anyway, just giving them the truth. And then you make your own informed decision based on some of the stuff that people have gone through, in this case your sister and your family having to actually sit by. You're dealing not only with Lexi, but you're dealing with your pop has a serious issue as well, that you have to deal with. So you're very,
Yeah.
very, absolutely very, very strong person, Samantha. Okay,
Thank you.
and just know that you have nothing but love from us here on this channel. Our viewers are going to give you nothing but love. You'll get a lot of prayer from them. um our viewers, they're all believers, okay, and we believe in the Lord and stuff like that, including us on this panel. So just know that you will constantly get that, and we'll constantly give you praise and prayer. um and we're
Thank you.
praying for you and your
Thank you
family,
very
right?
much.
But I'm personally praying not only for Lexi, but for you, because I know you have a lot on your plate,
Thank
and
you.
just you can get through it. You're stronger. You're stronger because He's made you stronger.
That is absolutely correct. The Lord made me the way I am now. I grew up with strong faith. If I can do a tiny if I can do a tiny little tiny story time, when I was
Yeah.
5, um, I saw a demon standing in my doorway, and he was choking and holding down my body. And I said, Jesus, I need help. I need help. And the Lord placed his hand down, and like a gold, blue, white it was so gorgeous you can't really describe the color, but it was all those is what I remember. He said, "Here, take my hand." And as a 5-year-old, I put my hand in his hand, pulled me up to his realm, and I sat in his hands for what felt like forever. And ever since then, I can't not believe. I have to. My brain doesn't understand not believing. It's the Lord brought me up to be really strong. I mean, our home life when me and Alexis were kids was not really great. I mean, our stepmom was very abusive. My dad was kind of verbally abusive, and I'm not trying to like put anybody on blast or anything, but it's what happened to me and Alexis as kids, and I had to keep them, my sister and my little brother, in the room, and I would lock the door, and they'd have snacks in there while I stood in front of the door and made sure that they didn't get hurt, and I'd take all the brunt of it. We did not have a good home life, and the fact that I am able to stand here today and not be like them, and my sister not be like them, that's all God.
I'm
And
going
we're
to
not
tell
even
you I'm going to tell you just a quick story. My mother, my biological mother, God bless her, may she rest in peace, and my stepmother became friends, best friends, because they lived similar lives as you. They took all the abuse, okay, both physically and unfortunately sexually, okay, from family members and all kinds of stuff. And because they had the same life, they became the best friends, and they were both very beautiful people. My stepmother, I call her mom because she's been nothing like a mother to me, and she embraced my mother. So, hearing you tell that tale, it just made me think of them both, two women that had a big influence in my life. Um, that I love very, very much. And, I'm very sorry that you had to go through that. It hurts my heart to
thank
hear
you.
because you're such a beautiful person, Samantha.
Thank
So I'm
you.
very, very sad to hear that. But I know you got to get going because you got to go pick the little brother up. He's got football and whatnot. But what I would like to do for you before we go, is it okay if I pray for you?
Absolutely. And I still have plenty of time because if
Oh,
it
okay.
hits 9:30, then he'll probably call me, or he wants to stay a little bit afterwards. So the extra 30 minutes will be fine too. I can
Oh,
always
okay.
have.
So, like, I was going to pray on your way out. So if you got more
I
time,
mean,
that's fine.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, however much time you guys want to put, I'm here for it. And he'll just call me when he's ready.
Well, I know that especially now with your sister, and I've seen plenty of your posts and whatnot. You're very involved now with a lot of things, and with Died Suddenly, with not just the posts and stuff. You're involved heavily with anything to do with vaccines and stuff like that because of what went through your sister. It's kind of unavoidable. What is going on, Scoop? Good to see you tonight, brother. Um, so I'm going to bring this up. Just give me a sec. I have to pull it up so that we can, a lot of us were upset when we saw this, and rightfully so, as we should be. I'm gonna put it on the screen, and then we'll play and listen. You guys know who watch this channel. Scott and I call balls and strikes on this show. When there's stuff that we don't like that the administration is doing, or we disagree with, we make sure that we call it out. And this is something I know that Samantha is feeling really strong about. So she's gonna be able to voice her opinion tonight.
Today, Pfizer is committing to offer all of their prescription medications to Medicaid, and it will be at the most favored nation's prices. It's going to have a huge impact on bringing Medicaid costs down like nothing else. This is a critical step forward to our work and to improve health care, and hardworking, low-income Americans, especially low-income Americans, will be helped so greatly. In addition, Pfizer is agreeing to provide some of their most popular current medications to all consumers at heavily discounted prices of anywhere between 50 and even 100%, and that's off the price. And in some cases, even more than that. These drugs will be available for direct purchase online at a website operated by the federal government. We're also announcing that moving forward, all new medications introduced by Pfizer to the American market will be sold at the reduced most favored nation cost. So we'll be paying essentially what other countries are paying.
All right, we're going to pause that for now, just for a second, and then we'll bring it back up. Yeah, I remember when he signed the executive order about prices and stuff like that. You know, a lot of us were like, yeah, that's a good thing, but also this it's just very infuriating. We all know what Pfizer, okay, is all about. They haven't. You can't name any drug company right now that's actually cured anything. They haven't. We know they made millions of dollars off the COVID vaccine, billions of dollars off the COVID vaccine, and
Billions and
people
billions.
and people were hurt not just here in the United States, all across the world. Okay, so no, I know you got an opinion on this, Samantha. You go ahead and let it rip. Wait, we can't hear you.
Yeah, your phone.
Okay, so the reason why I'm smiling right
You don't
now
understand how
is
funny it is
because
watching you in silence as you're like shaking your phone and stuff like that. It's absolutely hilarious.
I'm glad that it's funny because we need a good laugh after hearing that Donald Trump is partnering with the dummy over there. I was
Mhm.
watching that video in the car actually. I didn't even get like 2 seconds in. I heard what he was saying. Was like that's stupid. So I was gonna make a reply on Died Suddenly because I want to start showing my face more often. You know.
As you
Alexa's
Yep.
in the
should.
car and she doesn't even realize that I'm doing a reply. She just thinks I'm talking to her, and all of a sudden she just goes off. I don't.
That was
It's the
awesome,
best
by the
video.
way. It
You
is an
saw
awesome
it?
video. I watched it several times. It's so cute. She was so mad.
It was hilarious. I was like, you know what? I don't even have to say anything at all. She had it. She had it. I, for some reason, I felt compelled yesterday and today to find all of the registered outbreaks of diseases. And what I found
Hmm.
is that the ones without vaccines have very little outbreaks. And the ones with vaccines. So the most vaccines that were given were cholera. I think I'm saying that right. And that was 6.7 million vaccines. And
Hmm.
most, there's way more cases than there should be. There's 409,222, and then there's 8,000 and
Where are they
8,000.
giving these? Because I know they've been using Africa as a pincushion for a very long time with Bill Gates and stuff like that.
Yes.
He's not even allowed to enter some of these African countries anymore.
Sudan and cholera and Marburg are all different, and I think which one? What's the other one? There's a lot of Indian ones too, but mostly the places that have the most deaths are the places with the most vaccines.
Wow.
And the cholera had, I think, 5,000 ish deaths, which is not bad compared to the numbers, but it's still not great. And then there's also
Listen, I know that in science they play the numbers game, right? That's what they do. To me,
Hmm.
yeah, and listen, I used to be in that world, so like I understand it. Okay, and I get it, the statistics and everything, right? And when you look at certain things and stuff, but to me, I always go back to what happened to us as a nation and the world, okay, with the COVID vaccine. I personally, and I always bring this up. I personally recall in the beginning of COVID when they had the deaths and they had the infections, they were having the recovery rates were put up on the screen as well. Okay, that only lasted for a couple of months because then once the pharmaceutical companies got involved and telling the news stations that they pay their money to for ads and stuff like that that they can't put that up, they took it down. Everybody, including the so-called conservative news networks as well, did the same thing. And then all you saw was deaths and infections, but you didn't see the recovery rate that was going through the roof at the time. Okay, of just natural recovery. This was before the vaccine was even instituted in full force until like the end of 2020, beginning of 2021. So um, yeah, I believe what you're saying. I completely believe that.
it makes no sense as to why we need all these vaccines. And I just the ones that don't have vaccines, like for example, there's one called Avion. It has no vaccine at all, and there was only one outbreak all year. Let me see here. So far, no, Avion had 3, but there was only 11 cases. So I don't really know what an outbreak is their statistic, but there was no vaccination for it, and people are
Yep.
surviving just fine. There's no deaths, and this is all based off of the World of Health. organization website, and I was
The
just kind of looking
WHO.
through that.
And they're corrupt as can be, right? Because they covered for the Chinese because all the money that the Chinese gave. So if these numbers are coming, okay, from the WHO, which is incredibly corrupt organization, okay, and I'm glad. See, this goes back to where, and I'm gonna play some more of this in a minute, okay. We do good things like we pull out of the WHO because it's just at this point it's just a Marxist organization that's part of the whole, the
Yep.
WEF and all that. They all join together in order to completely take control of everybody. That's just really what they want to do. And we pulled out of it and stuff like that. We're not pouring money into it, but then we get this, So I'm gonna bring this up again so that we can hear a little bit more of this, and then we'll comment some more.
Have been much lower, much lower for many, many years. Furthermore, Pfizer will invest $70 billion to reshore
look
domestic
on Bobby's
manufacturing
face.
facilities. In other words, they're going to bring a lot of their facilities to make their drugs and make what they make, their product. They're going to make it in the United States. I appreciate that $70 billion investment.
By this agreement that we did, we commit to onshore the production of our medicines that are consumed in the US and are made outside the US. And for that, we are ready to unleash our investment portfolio in this country. And President graciously gave us a 3 years grace period that we will not be subject to the 232 tariffs, as long as, of course, we move the products here.
Where are the other companies other than Pfizer? Are you expecting them to come on later?
They're all with us. And I was honored to have Albert be the first. He's done a fantastic job. And they're all coming in over the next week. We're making deals.
So, all right. Again, more to go on. It's not that we don't need. Go ahead, Scott. Go ahead, Scott.
It's just it's just one of those things that the ideas that they're pushing, they're trying to like look on the bright side of the whole thing,
Right.
where the idea of jobs is great, the idea of investment is great, the idea of Medicaid prices coming down is great, but I mean, shouldn't this guy be in prison?
Right.
I mean, that's the actual the gut punch. It's like this guy shouldn't be like being like honored and like highlighted at a
Right.
presidential media gathering. He should be getting contacted by Pam Bondi to be like, hey, we've got some things to talk about, and we're going to need you to bring your lawyers and your records. That's what we wanted to see somebody like him on TV for in this first year,
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
probably met at a Satanist powwow, drank some adrenochrome, and hashed it out.
Say again. You kind of broke up there,
You hear
Samantha.
me?
We
Sorry,
can hear you,
they
but you broke
probably
up.
met
That's
at a. Okay, I was patting my chest with a pen because it was being weird. They probably met at a Satanist powwow, drank some adrenochrome, and then hashed it all out.
yeah, that wouldn't surprise
Trump
me
is
in the
starting
least.
Man,
kind of,
never know.
yeah, he's going towards the wrong direction, and
Yeah, did you see the
it's
look on
nothing
Bobby
clear.
Kennedy's face? It's just like you could just see
Like,
he's like,
to roll his eyes.
exasperation on his face is just incredible. Well, let's just finish hearing this out.
With all of them. And I said, if we don't make a deal, then we're going to tariff them an extra 5, 6, 7, 8%, whatever the difference is, and we'll take it that way. So we took away the advantage by the fact that we have tariffs. We took away the advantage that they would have of just saying no, and we couldn't do anything about it. If they do that, what we do is we'd put a tariff on them of an equivalent amount, and we take it that way. And nobody wants to play that game.
When will prices come down, Mr. President? When can
Immediately.
America?
They're going to start coming down. Drug prices? Well, they'll be starting immediately.
So again, I get I there are plenty of drugs on the market, okay, just to give quick history. Plenty of drugs on the market that have other countries have been using that have been fantastic. Okay. All right. This is not just to just smash the freaking pharmaceutical companies, okay? Because there are some good things on the market but again, it's not for curing, it's all for therapeutic stuff. And that we don't even get a chance here in the United States to see some of this stuff because it just costs too much because they charge all these other countries nothing, okay? And because we're the US, they just charge us into oblivion. All right. So like I get what he's trying to do to bring the cost of medication down. But going back to what Scott was saying, these are people that just like should be in front of the man. Okay, hearing the man is about to crush them rather than they're getting it's just they're getting another fucking payday, and that's infuriating.
They already did. I think they said today their stock prices jumped through the roof
That doesn't surprise me
just within
at
24
all.
hours. I'm like, that's all it's about for them.
That doesn't surprise me at all,
And I'm sure, and the
in the
sad thing is,
least.
I'm sure there's plenty of congressmen and women who probably bought a bunch of Pfizer stock this week. I would
Yep.
not be surprised right before the shutdown.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
They just want us all to die. I mean, that's their main goal. They want to kill us with the vaccines. They want us to be mass sheep. They want us to just follow so that we can get the mark of the beast. That's their main goal. That's it. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you. You're kind of breaking up a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe this will help. Is it
You were
loud
doing
now?
fine with the headset before and
Yeah.
everything, and it was just the only problem was that it kept cutting off on you. Your phone kept turning off on you. I'm sorry. It's not funny, but it is funny, Samantha.
It's okay. Laugh at it. It's fine. It's okay. No, I think that they just want to kill us all with vaccines and lead us all like to get the mark of the beast. That's the main thing. And
Well,
if they can
on the
keep
bright
us
side,
off beforehand,
you got this article right here. It says pediatricians are rapidly losing incentives to offer vaccines. Okay, that's to me
Yeah.
I love
and
that.
it says the Trump administration's crackdown is turning a difficult profession into an impossible one. Now, this is from the Atlantic, which is a Marxist, paper. So, like, they're gonna put a Marxist spin on it. Impossible for doctors. Well,
Well, they're blaming Trump. That's the thing they're doing. They're just blaming Trump.
yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess that's
Everything is to
one
blame
thing
Trump. So again, like we get this back and forth, right? Like 1 second we're hearing the bullshit coming out of that press conference, okay, and then we get an article like that it's like, again, fam, this is not medical advice. We're not giving anything. Anything you do is between you and your medical professionals that you discuss with and stuff like that. That is your responsibility. I'm all about medical freedom and not being forced to do things in order to live in society. I think it's bullshit. I have always felt that's bullshit. But what you do, okay, in the privacy of your home and the privacy of which your medical providers, that is between you and your providers. And I have nothing to say on that. Okay. We're just giving information about things because it is important to hear these stories, like with Lexi's story, okay, because of what they did. This poor girl went in for a just to have a procedure done for her, okay, a blood transfusion to help her live, okay, and because a state like California has medical tyranny, like at the top of one of the top of his list that it does in that state, in order for her to get this transfusion, she was forced, okay, to get jabbed with 3 different vaccinations. Again, hearing Samantha tell the story, they didn't grow up with vaccinations, right? So when you pump this stuff into a body that is not used to it after, how old is your sister?
She's 24 now. She was
All right,
23 at the moment.
okay, 23 years of not getting this stuff pumped in, your body's going to react a certain way. Okay.
Plus,
She
with
didn't
a
grow up with.
low blood level,
Correct.
yeah, with the immune system being so low.
Correct. Her body just didn't react the way, didn't react. All right. The way some people can get stuff like this happen to them and they're fine. But these are the stories you have to hear. And you need to know that you just need the information, America. Okay. So that you can make an educated decision on your own. And again, whatever you do with your doctors, that is between you and your doctors. And Christine, you're right. New York City's like that too. Uh, I left the Democratic Republic of New York last year, so I'm very familiar with what went on in New York as I was working in a hospital and ended up losing my job because I refused to jab myself. Okay, I work in an EMS as well, and I ended up having to walk away from that. I was on my way to becoming a physician assistant and walked away from that, okay, because I just did not want to take part in any kind of medical tyranny and telling people that I can't take care of you unless you do A, B, and C. All right, that was bullshit to me. I swore an oath on 2 separate occasions, to serve this country, both in peacetime and in war. to protect the Constitution and fucking against enemies foreign and domestic. All right. So my values could not stick with that. And I walked away from medicine because of that. Um, some people might call me stupid, but that's what I did, right? Because I just didn't want to be part of that. And it's stuff like what happened to your sister, Samantha, that was happening, okay, during the freaking push to jab everybody with COVID. People were getting hurt left and right and stuff like that. And people were dying and nobody was talking about it. By the way, the various numbers were showing it. They just weren't advertising it. They refused to put it out, right? And then now they had to revise. They kept revising those numbers, and this was way before Trump, okay? And they kept secretly revising those numbers, but people weren't paying attention. So sorry, that's my rant.
Good rant. I liked it. I think
It's also the margarita
can we pray
too.
over this chat really quick?
Sure. What do you want me to?
Because I just all of a sudden I heard that, like, mentally heard like hexes, curses, spells, and I started like praying while you were doing your rant, and I commanded voodoo to leave, and I felt like this little fall off of my body. So I think someone might be out there doing that. And if you are doing that, Jesus sees you, and He loves
Sees
you,
all.
and you can turn away from that. Yeah.
Well, I can tell
In
you,
the
it's
name of
nobody.
Jesus.
It's nobody that's in our chat talking because we got nothing but God-fearing, okay, patriot Americans in our. It's somebody that might be lurking out there, and they are out there. There is the evil does exist. But
I
that's all
think
right
it's a woman.
because we got. It's all right though because I got a prayer for you when we get ready too. Okay, and
Perfect.
it's gonna sure you up some.
I appreciate that. I do. Really quickly, you
Sure.
guys should probably talk to Edward and Matt. You guys would probably have a fun show if you guys talked to Edward and Matt. You guys would go back and forth all night. That'd be so fun.
Yeah,
They
we'd love
do
to.
the same views as you.
Yeah, we'd love to have them on. Would absolutely. Well, Samantha, you're in the middle of all that. You set it up. General Mills, what's going on?
We eat your cereal.
General Mills.
Wait, what? Someone said they what?
He said she made a joke. General Mills
okay.
cereal.
General Mills. So General Mills is he's also known as Canadian Black MAGA. He's our patriot up in Canada. That's good. I missed that completely. That's the margarita. I fucking missed it.
Sorry.
It's all right. I got to go get some more margarita in a little bit anyway.
You have fun with that. I'll join you with water.
That's fine. I rarely drink, so Scott drives me to drink.
Usually.
You see,
It's
he's
a lot
laughing.
more fun than I thought it would be.
What, the show?
Yeah, it's not as scary as I thought it was going to be.
We told you. I'm
People are
pretty
gonna
sure
be
Scott told you. No,
And
I'm
you're a
pretty sure
natural
Scott
too.
told
You're
you.
good.
You're great. You're great at this stuff. And
You just get a little
listen.
bit more steady audio. You'll be fine.
Yeah, definitely go get yourself invest in a microphone and a camera and hook it up to your what do you got, a Mac?
I do.
You can hook up a mic and a and a camera to your Mac too, so that you don't have to worry about any of that, and some headphones, and you'd be good to go.
We're actually going to, hopefully, in the very, very, very near future, get me the equipment to start live streaming my own show called Political Pasta. And basically, I'm going to be cooking pasta while we talk about politics, so that when a strong topic comes up, we can just veer it over to pasta, and then we won't be taken down. And so maybe one day we can all cook pasta together.
That's when we can do it.
You know what? When you're ready to do a show, after you do your first show, we will have a special, political pasta show just with Samantha Lorenze, and we'll have you on while you're cooking, and we'll chop it up and talk about absolutely everything on this show while you're making whatever pasta dish you're making.
Awesome. Perfect. Maybe we'll have, do you guys live in the same state? Are you in Florida?
We don't. I'm not in Florida.
I'm in Florida.
You're in Florida. Where are you?
I'm in South Carolina.
Oh, well, then you're not that far. Maybe we can
Not too
always
far.
rent an Airbnb, and then you guys can come down here, or I can go over there, and then we can all do it together, and we can actually cook the pasta, and you can taste the pasta.
We are
That
actually
would be
Scott and I have
hilarious.
been talking. Scott and I have been actually talking about doing a meetup in
Wow.
Florida, and just trying to get some of our Florida peeps, and also some of our contributors. We have plenty of contributors from Florida who've been on the show and whatnot, and just kind of get together, find the spot, and do a show from somewhere. So we are talking
Yeah.
about that, Samantha. So you're on the same
Well,
wavelength as us.
I am, because there's my bosses make movies, and I was thinking about doing a like a viewing party where we all sat down and watched some of them, and just had
Hmm.
popcorn, and like we made like, if people, I don't think people want to do crafts, but like maybe some people do. We can make T-shirts. We can do lots of stuff.
Yeah, listen, I'm always up for it. That'll be, excuse me, that'll be next year sometime. Unfortunately, I had a pretty heavy year financially this year,
Yeah.
especially
I get
recently.
it.
Recently, I got absolutely taxed. I was unemployed for a couple of months. I got laid off in the beginning of the year, and I was just coming out of that hell. And then, my vehicle decided that it wanted to shit the bed a little bit, and I had to fix it. So that just took the life out of me for a little bit.
Oh
But we
no.
are absolutely planning on trying to do something in Florida. Like I said, a lot of we have viewers in Florida, and we also have, like, quite a few friends of the show in Florida as well. So we just want to kind of get. Plus, Florida is a beautiful place. At some point, we'll do South Carolina, but I think Florida would be a good place to start first.
South Carolina's pretty too. I've been up there for a car show called Nopi a few times, and my dad's ex-wife used to model for that, and we would spend a lot of time at the car show. I love South Carolina.
Yeah, it's I'm by the water. I moved here to get out of
Yeah.
New York. I had no
Although-
reason to stay in New York. My family's in North Carolina, so I wanted to be close enough to them where I can drive to them a couple of hours, and far enough from them where I still have my space.
Ah,
I love them
I like
all.
it.
I love them all tremendously, but I need my space.
I like it.
He wanted to be close to south of the border. That's where he wanted to be.
Don't listen to him. So, it does. I don't even think that place exists anymore, Scott. You have to
No,
look it up,
it's
Samantha.
never
When you get
gonna.
a chance, look up south of the border, I-95.
Let's see here. Where's my Safari? Let's look it up here.
South of the border. They can
It's the
try to close
worst
it down,
Mexican
but
food on the planet.
it'll never die.
It is. South of the border is actually a legend now at this point.
Oh, you can get
It's
merchandise from there. You can get
Yep.
Also, the cheesiest merchandise in the world.
It is the worst merchandise on the planet.
The best part of it is if you're driving towards it, you're gonna start seeing the signs for it, like
Signs.
200 miles away.
Yeah.
Billboards. They could be like south of the border, only 150 miles.
That's it. So true. And it doesn't matter what direction. If you're going south, you're
No.
gonna see it 200 miles out. If you're going north, you're gonna see it 200 miles out.
Yeah.
And do
And
they
as
get
far as
that
like the
much
most,
business?
I don't know.
They used to. I don't think they do anymore. I think everything is online business now. Because you drive by it on I-95, you literally drive by it, and
Yep.
and in recent years I have driven by it and it was completely empty.
I don't know if I've ever
Maybe it was
heard of
just
this place.
Hey, I saw a furry in the background. You had a cat walking around.
Probably
the first
Doodles.
time I actually was there, Eric, was like a long time ago. We're probably talking like 2000, like the year
Yeah, that's probably
2000. And we were driving from Philly all the way down to Florida for like a vacation. We drove. We had the stupid idea, so we were driving in shifts. And I just remember waking up and I saw all the fucking
south of
neon
the border.
lights. Yeah,
And the hats and all
my
the
friend
freaking
had
sombrero hats.
my friend had pulled in there, and I'm like, I woke up out of a coma, and I'm just like, where the hell are we? And it was like 2 in the morning, and I just like, what the heck is going on? I was like half asleep. I was looking at like a whole row of like license plates, and like the Mexican colors and everything.
It's ridiculous, man. And then every single building
That was
has
the
a
first time
sombrero
I
on
went.
it.
Yeah,
It's the
it's
absolute
like
worst.
that's not where you want to wake up from and just be.
Yeah,
And this
Samantha,
is
don't
South
mind us,
Carolina.
honey. We go from like we do serious stuff and then we go off on these tangents, okay?
That's
And it's
okay.
just like So just know that it's not you, honey. It's us.
No, you're okay. I was looking
We do
down
this
at
shit
the.
every Friday.
It's the margaritas.
It is
I
the
like it.
margarita for sure.
I like it. It's the way it should be because you should have fun while you're talking about serious stuff. Because if you're not, it's just gonna be boring.
Yeah, we
That's
go
right.
off on tangents all the time in different directions. You never
Yeah.
know what direction. We can't be serious for too long. It's always in the second half that we're me and
Yeah.
Scott, especially on a Friday night, we go off in a direction that has nothing to do with the hell we were talking about in the first hour.
I can direct you guys in a fun direction. Let's make T-shirts.
What kind of t-shirts do you want to make?
Oh yeah, she's got supplies.
I have the heat press thing, and I have a cut.
Oh my God.
Press. I've got everything you need. So we
He
can
might
make
need a he might need a print of the Big Red One Guy logo.
Yeah, I'll have to send you that.
We should put our faces with weird faces, and then like put them all on the shirt, and then people will buy them.
What I'll do is
I'll
I'll send you my logo. I wouldn't mind getting a Big Red One Guy shirt on a black shirt because my logo is red and black.
Yep. Oh, you need a hat too for the show.
Yeah, I do.
Ooh,
I do.
yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a hat too. You make hats too?
I can. I just have to buy the little thingy that heat presses on hats. But yeah, I have all the different shirts, and I can get more.
Well, I'll tell you what, Samantha. Seriously, because I just hit.
That'd be
The
funny.
channel just hit. Believe it or not, I was just able to apply for the creator program on Rumble so that we can, actually get paid and get the show actually pay for itself.
Congratulations.
It took me forever. It took us forever to do it. Okay. And I finally was able to click yes the other day. This was actually on, I think it was Monday or Wednesday. I'm sorry. This happened on Wednesday. It's going to take another month, but, yeah, I would gladly. I have Red Day's logo. I have his logo. So you have to do on a white shirt because his logo has a white background. And then mine would have to be on a black shirt. And,
Okay.
we'll have to get some shirts from you. And, I got an idea for a hat, stuff like that. So, we can do that, and we need to do a Red Day hat too, with his logo.
And then you can wear your merch while you're enjoying your show.
Well, it'll be your merch, right? We'll purchase it from you. I'd rather purchase it from you and give you the money than give it to somebody else.
We'll work it all out. Let's have fun.
Yeah.
I just want to have fun. I like making things. I've got random Hello Kitty things that I was kind of going with. I've got ramen things.
God, Hello Kitty's been around for a very long time.
Eric might need a Hello Kitty backpack if you have one.
If you can make it in black, and red, I'll wear. I'll rock a Hello Kitty backpack.
Oh yeah. Do you have some Hello Kitty pajamas that you could send Eric?
I have
Don't
Hello
listen to
Kitty
him,
pajamas,
Jonathan.
but they're
Do not, Samantha. Do not listen to him. I'm not looking for Hello Kitty.
Samantha, that print is perfect, but they're going to be ones with footies on them.
Fucking it. You're an ass, man. You're a
One
complete
one
ass.
piece, one piece, footy pajamas
A
with nothing
onesie
but a
with
butt,
footies.
nothing but a butt flap.
Yeah, a onesie with a butt flap.
Just because we're joking about it now, as we go along through the years, one day in the mail, you'll get a onesie with Hello Kitty on it. Just because.
I'll figure out his sizes for you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The sizes
we'll
are
all
changing,
have one,
brother.
and we'll all wear it together.
Oh my God! Don't listen to him, Samantha. Please, he's a bad influence.
We're just good idea machines tonight, Samantha. We're just good idea machines.
But I will send. I will send you my logo, and I'll send you Scott's logo.
Perfect. I like it. We'll have lots of fun, and I thought it turned off again. Did the noise?
No, you're good. You're still rolling.
Yeah,
How you doing on time? You almost got to go pick up the little guy, your little brother.
He hasn't texted me or called me, so I think we're pretty much fine. He typically calls me at the last second so that he can hang out with his friends until they're all gone and he's the last one.
Of course.
I don't know why.
Well,
that's what we do, especially after games.
It's got FOMO.
You hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this is one day out of the house where I pick him up from his mom's house because he stays there all week, and then he comes over to my house with my dad on the weekend, and then I let him go to the football game, and then we have our Saturday, and then Sunday he goes back to his mom's for church.
That's cool though that you. It's really good that you have that relationship with him. It's really good.
I pretty much raised that kid. Alexis and Toby, I pretty much raised them because our parents were so absent for so long that we kind of just together, we worked together for everything. I mean, we had a timeout chair, we had a timer, we ate dinner together, we cleaned the house together. They were really young, so I didn't make them do much. But yeah, I could never not want to be around them. That's the whole reason why I haven't run away to another state.
Yeah, it's important. They're important. Family is very, very important. That's good. That I'm just glad that they have you. And I'm telling you, you remind me a lot of my mother. Taking care of your younger siblings and stuff like that. It's I appreciate you a lot for just hearing that story that you take care of your younger siblings. Because again, both my mother and my stepmother were the same. They had to do the same thing, and they took a lot to protect their younger siblings so that they didn't have to, and stuff like that.
Thank
So.
you. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate
I
it.
absolutely
His mom
empathize with
also
you.
made him pajamas too.
She didn't.
She made him pajamas until he was 14.
Yeah, that never happened.
Well, we're gonna get pajamas and we're all gonna wear them together, and we'll all
Oh
be on an
God.
episode
Yeah.
together, and we'll all match.
Yeah, as long as you send him a set. If I have to wear a set, that motherfucker has to wear a set
I
too.
didn't request a set.
I don't give a
requesting one
fuck if
for
you
Eric.
request it or not. You're the one who started this
It's
shit. You're gonna wear a pair whether you like it or not.
gonna be my
I'll
Christmas
just
gift
match
to you
you
this
guys.
year. Some footy
Yeah, no,
pajamas.
exactly. You'll tell me what sizes each other is, and then I'll send them to each other, and then I'll buy one for myself, and then we'll
Oh my
all
God.
match. It'll be great.
Yeah. See what you started, you fucker. You're always starting this shit, okay? And then you put us through. Oh man. So this
We'll
is
do
not the
ramen.
first time.
It's gonna
This is
be.
not the first time with these challenges with Scott. Okay, now he's got a freaking pajama challenge. Okay, the first time, one of our first challenges. Okay, I had to drink. What the hell? I don't even remember the name. It's not Dr Pepper. What the hell is it called from
Dr.
Walmart?
Thunder. Dr.
Dr
Thunder.
Thunder. Okay, and he had to drink Mountain Lightning or some shit like that. Okay, which is the bootleg Dr Pepper and the bootleg Mountain Dew, and then he got sick.
I did.
Drinking that terrible shit, and I was just fine because I mixed some liquor into it because I knew it was gonna be terrible for me if I drank it straight
It's
up.
bad. It was
The alcohol
bad,
killed a
Samantha.
lot
Let
of
me
that
tell you,
stuff.
it was awful.
I can't imagine because the bootleg Dr. Pepper tastes like ass, and it's just kind of like, so.
It's so
It
true.
would have tasted better if I pissed in it first. That might have made it better.
I mixed some Malibu rum in it, and I was just like, okay, I'm good. Some coconut
You know
rum, I was
what?
fine.
You guys want to taste the worst thing known to man?
Oh God,
It's called wormwood. That stuff
God.
tastes like hell.
that just
came
sounds
out.
horrible.
The name of
It's
it sounds
awful.
bad.
It takes parasites out of your body, and it's in a lot of the parasite cleanses. But I was taking it straight one time because I wanted to
God.
just go directly for it,
Right.
and it literally tasted like hell came out and put some dirt on the ground, mixed its finger in it, and then put it into a bottle with some I don't know. It tasted so disgusting. I vowed to never take it again, and I felt like ass for the rest of the day. But I mean, it wasn't bad for me.
But did it help
a lot.
you? Yeah, did help though in the end?
Yeah, I just couldn't bring myself to continue doing it because I didn't have a chaser. I didn't know I could use a chaser. You know what? I had
Chaser's
a chaser.
important.
It is. It's
With
a very
anything.
important thing. But it says you have to take that alone, and then you have to take the chaser. You can't put them together, and that's what I typically do. I didn't have a strong enough chaser. Nothing took it away. I brushed my teeth. I drank pomegranate
God.
juice. I drank orange juice. Nothing took it away. So you guys
Oh,
have
orange
to try.
juice is one of those things that just intensifies the nastiness in your mouth. As much as I love orange juice with breakfast, but if you
How
like,
about-
you ever drink orange juice, just drinking it after you brush your teeth is the worst.
You're
I can
right.
only
You're
imagine
right.
what it tasted like with wormwood.
It's disgusting.
I would have tried maybe some apple cider vinegar. That usually would knock the taste out of
Oh.
anything you had in your mouth.
Yeah, well, the vinegar would taste with the acidity.
I mean, that's bad enough, but it'll make you forget about the other bad thing you just had.
because you
Apple
knocked it
vinegar
out.
is so good for you, though.
And you'll be
It is
tasting it
very
for the
good for
next
you.
few hours too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You'll be burping it up.
I know. If you're just joining us tonight, we have Samantha Lorenze with us. She spoke on the story of her sister Lexi. Very important story. So if you get a chance, please go back and view it. First hour. Now we're talking about, as we always do on a Friday night and even on Monday nights, we would go off on a tangent, and it's always because Scott starts some shit, and next thing you know, we're not even talking about
It's
what it
always
is.
my fault, Samantha.
It's
It's
always
always my
Scott.
fault.
It's always Scott.
That's
Uh,
okay. That's okay.
so Scott has now issued a challenge, which now we're gonna have to do, and I can't wait to see him in a onesie because we're both gonna be in onesies at some point.
I never commit.
Yes.
I never committed.
No,
I
you
never
committed.
committed.
You
I
started it.
never
You're
committed.
committed. I don't give a rat's ass. You are committed to this challenge.
Yeah, by electing him, you committed yourself. That's what happened. That's how that works.
Yeah.
Huh. Well,
Scott with his challenges.
make sure that I have an extra big butt flap. So
All right, I will do that.
Oh my God. Definitely need an ass flap.
I'm pretty regular after I've been drinking. So
You guys are gonna love these onesies so much you'll never take them
Oh
off.
God.
And they're
See
gonna
what
be
you
these Hello
started,
Kitty
bro.
onesies.
You just
I'm
gotta
gonna
make
start
it in the
doing.
right color. If I'm being forced to wear a Hello Kitty onesie, it's gotta be black and red. It's gotta be black with red Hello Kitties. Okay?
It might just be actual Hello Kitty as a whole. So you've got your full white and you have a Hello Kitty as the head
Oh
as the
God.
hood.
Once he
Yes.
starts wearing them, then we're gonna start doing TikToks.
Oh
We're
God,
gonna
we're
we're,
not
we're
doing
gonna
that. You're gonna be doing it.
we're,
I'm not on TikTok, so I'm
no,
not even
we're
worried
gonna
about that.
do. Sorry, we'll just record them and upload them. That's all.
You'll record them and upload. I'm
He's
not going
gonna
anywhere near that shit.
trust me, Samantha. You're gonna see all the classic TikToks on there. He's gonna be doing that whole "I'm a savage."
Yeah,
Oh
that's
gosh.
not happening,
I
bro.
don't even know how to do those dances. If you
I don't
can
even know how to
accomplish
do
them,
any
we're
of that
gonna
shit.
have to.
I
We'll
never even
send him
heard of any of that crap.
We'll send him the choreography. He'll be fine.
Yeah,
You
and
know
I'll
what?
take it and
We
toss
can.
it, and it'll go right
Yes.
to the delete bin.
No. We'll get you guys twerking in the onesies with the butt flaps
Not.
down and your undies
Well,
being
no,
like
that's where I
your
draw the line. I
logo.
will not
Yeah,
twerk.
yeah, yeah.
I will not.
We gotta put a halt, a big X on that. Okay. Christine, thank you so much for stopping by tonight. We absolutely appreciate you. We appreciate you. Okay, and this is her final comment on the way out. She says she has to say goodnight. Thank you for the invite. Christine, you're always invited to come hang out with us. Okay, always. Great podcast. Samantha, you are awesome. Praying for you and your sister. God bless you all. And Jesus is King.
Amen.
Don't forget to hit that follow button, and repost if you can if you're on Rumble.
Yes.
Jonathan
What
wants to know
the
why
heck?
onesies. Make them wear. Why?
Assless
Jonathan,
chaps?
what are you
No,
coming up with? No, we're
I
not.
can't.
This isn't the Jonathan. This
No,
isn't the damn Blue Oyster. Okay, we're not
we're
doing
not.
any of that
We're
shit.
not. We're not making a pilot for Bravo over here. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. This isn't freaking Taxi Cab Confessions on HBO and shit like that.
Chaps.
That's not
That's
happening.
something
Where
a
did you
demon
come
would
up with that?
wear.
That's our mod. That's our mod, by the way. Okay, he's
Yeah, I
like
was
a
trying
ride
to.
or die. He's suggesting we wear assless
Yeah,
chaps.
I was
I don't
just
even
trying
know
to
what
be
that
nice and
is.
innocent. Oh, I don't. We don't want to pollute your precious
Yeah, we're
mind.
not gonna pollute your beautiful mind, Samantha.
But
But
see,
I
I was
need
just
to
trying to
know
be wholesome
now.
with onesies. Onesies are very innocent.
Now
You
she's gonna
know,
look up
they're
assless
stupid.
chaps for crying out
Oh
loud.
God, don't do
I don't
that.
know if I want to
Don't
look it
do it.
up.
Your Google's
Don't
gonna
do
be
it.
infected. They're gonna start popping that up
Samantha,
with
please
ads.
don't do it.
Okay. I'll just ask my little brother. He probably knows what things are.
No, I'm pretty sure if he does, that's a bad thing at his age.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. He's gonna be 16 soon, so
Is
Oh,
that
yeah,
the
yeah.
age
Please,
range should
please
go
pray to
understand.
God that he doesn't
if
know
you want to
what assless
if you want
chaps
to give
are.
your if you want to give your sister a good laugh, just ask her, "Hey, do you think I would look good in assless chaps?" And just watch her laugh her ass off.
I'll text her. And
Now
see if
she's
she
looking.
puts
See
it
what you
back.
did? God
No,
damn
I'm
it,
gonna
Scott.
text Alexis. I'm gonna text Alexis and see what she
Jonathan
says.
brought it up.
Where is it? Here it is.
Jonathan, what the fuck, man?
You can blame Jonathan. I did not bring that up. Having a nice having a nice modest butt flap is not the same thing.
No,
I
it's
asked
not.
Alexis.
And now she's gonna respond to you. Know she's gonna look it up, right?
A butt
Yeah.
Oh
flap is
God, Samantha, no.
poor Lexi.
We love funny
she
things. It's great.
she's gonna be like, "What? She'll be like, "Where are you?"
You guys got me coughing right now. I'm laughing so hard. Freaking
I
side
can't-
is hurting.
Good. Did you know you lose weight while you're
I
laughing?
need it.
It actually gives you muscles. Alexis texted, "Ew."
That's about the right response.
That is the correct response.
Oh,
Oh my God. I can't
because
with you
like
guys, man.
China, I'm
Scott, why you always starting this shit, Scott?
John said, I repeat, because I'm like China, I'm asshole.
Oh, I like motorcycles. I like motorcycles. That's fun, but I don't know what the other part was. So here comes my dad.
Oh, just in time for the.
put on a shirt?
No, I'm going back to the bathroom.
Still should wear a shirt. Well, there's my dad.
Coming around.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
there
went
he
to
goes.
the garage.
Gold. Is that Todd?
Yeah. He went to the garage probably to grab something to drink.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
When I first it was right about last year, like right around this time when a lot of this was going down with your sister,
Mhm.
and I remember because I'm on TikTok, but I don't post a lot, but I saw it and I started sharing some of those videos to Instagram to like share it and just share it with people. And your dad, I saw your dad actually liking and commenting on some of the things that I had posted. I thought your dad like found his way to my page because people, maybe sent the video to him when they, realized it was his daughter. Your dad's a patriot. He had been following me for over a year. He was already following me since like mid 2023.
I believe
And
it.
yeah, and I didn't know who he was. I had about 20,000 followers at the time. It's hard to keep up with everybody that follows you, but I didn't know he wasn't that active, but he started to become active obviously, once the thing with Lexi started going down. So that's how that kind of got me a little bit more invested, the fact that it was actually like someone related to one of my followers, to try to like spread the word and just kind of like try to get people, because I'd have a lot of friends who are out there in Cali, and I remember people coming messaging me saying, "Who is this? What's the hospital? Oh my God, I'm like a mile away. What can I do?" You know, and I know people that went, and I know it was probably I know it was probably like a little overwhelming at one point because people were showing up at the hospital, and you didn't know, people didn't know what was going on, and obviously you can't just walk into the hospital and get access and things like that. But I know there were people outside praying. I remember videos of you outside praying with people, um, you know, and uh, and I remember I was just telling them, listen, I don't know what's going on. I really don't. But if you happen to be near and you want to go help pray for them, I was sending people to the hospital for you, just to try to help because it was just so sad watching those videos she was putting up.
Thank you for sending people to pray with us because we loved every second of it. There were some people who did make my sister overwhelmed. They came into the room because they told us that they were associated with Angela. So I just kind of inherently was like, oh, they know who Angela is.
You're cutting. Yeah, Samantha, you're breaking up a little, honey. Your sound.
Sorry. These ladies told us they were associated with Angela, and we just inherently believed them because how would anybody else know who she was?
Angela is,
And
right?
they came up to the room, and Angela had no clue who they were, and they had said they worked with her, and she had no clue who Angela or Angela had no clue who they were. Everybody else who came to pray with Alexis was wonderful.
Yeah.
Alexis did a lot of people in the room. I went down, like you said, and a prayer meet. I wanted to Jericho walk to politely tear down the place, but Angela advised me that would be kind of like, for them, that would be kind of terroristy, and I didn't want to seem like that, but I wanted to do a spiritual Jericho walk because this place needs to come down. My goal is to make them go into smithereens, like literally be incinerated. I want that nobody ever goes through it again. But I'm so blessed that my dad was following you prior, because I mean, he knows all the good people. He has always been a good source for, like, if I wanted politics, if I wanted news, if I wanted just information in general. And then after everything happened, his brain kind of just slowly. And I mean, he has a lot of good opinions and he has a lot of good information, but it's not the same anymore. I can't really ask him a question and know that I'm going to get the right source anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the first
I
person
was telling her.
So you had.
I was telling her, Eric, that her dad, Todd, I didn't realize until this actually happened, but he was following me since like 2023.
Right.
And this went down in 2024, and he was commenting on the post that I was making about Lexi, and I
Right.
was like, I didn't know he was following me. It was like really
Right. And
weird.
you didn't
It
know,
was
you probably
surreal.
didn't know it was her dad. You know, it's just a small world, man.
I had no idea.
It's
So.
an amazing thing. Sorry, I'm looking for Toby's number while we're on here just to text him because my iPad didn't save any numbers. It's just random phone numbers. I don't know who each one is. But yeah, the fact that my dad even was replying to you and was following beforehand is really cool. I mean, you guys kind of align in politics and stuff. My dad's been a member for a long time.
You broke up a little, honey. I didn't hear
You're
it.
still breaking up right now.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah, but there's some. It's still. Like, we can hear you, but it's definitely breaking up for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's like some feedback.
Yeah, maybe talk. You probably got to talk. Yeah, into one of the mics.
Maybe this one.
That's perfect.
No.
Yep.
Oh, okay. It's kind of awesome that my dad was following you prior because he had all that information, and you guys kind of line with my dad's same political views.
Oh, you'd have to if he's following me.
Yeah, and we're probably around his age. We're a lot older than we look.
Yeah.
You guys are not 60.
Well, we're not
We're
that
almost.
far.
60.
We're almost. We turn 52, right? In a couple months.
52 in December.
You guys are both the same age and the same month.
And we're days apart. Like he's a couple of days after me.
Days.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why I call him my older brother.
And that's why he calls me his older brother. I call him my younger brother.
How long have you guys known each other for?
A year.
A year. We actually have our 1 year anniversary on the 20th.
Yeah. I actually met him. I met him and I started talking to him right.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact date that Alexi started posting her videos, but it was right around like September into like October, I think.
Yeah.
And we had just gone through the hurricane down here, and I ended up going up to my mom's because I had a death in the family at the very same time, and I remember just being up there, just scrolling, and just like seeing all these videos of Lexi. And when I was up there, it was right around the same time that he kind of like reached out to me about coming on his podcast. So it was just like it was a real weird time for me, at least. Just being where I was. I ended up being up there for like 3 weeks, a lot longer than I thought I was going to be up there for. And that's when I actually started doing the show with him.
Yeah, the first show we did was on a Sunday, and he was up in was it Rhode
still up
Island?
there.
Yeah, he was up there in
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Sorry. And then we did a Sunday. We did a Sunday. Then we did another Sunday. Then we tried out a Friday. And then I was like, hey, man, you got enough time to maybe do a Monday as well. And it's just been full steam ahead. And then, I go on Wednesdays myself, Blondie, who's with me. She was in the chat earlier, our in-house nurse. She comes on every other Wednesday with me. And then I do, when I'm not on with her on Wednesdays, I do what's called Warrior Wednesday. And I talk to other veterans and stuff like that. With Major Ed Polito when he can, because like he raises a lot of money for veterans and stuff like that with his 501c. Being him and I got a unique story that how not only how we met, but like we were both in Iraq at the same time. And when he got injured, I knew about it, even though we weren't in the same unit, because like it came over the airwaves. And then on Saturdays, I do what's called the Salty Dog Show. That's just on Rumble. It's with another Iraq veteran, but from Great Britain. But Scott and I have been going at it. Scott and I have been going at it on Monday and Fridays now for a year.
That's really, really cool. I didn't know you were a veteran that you service. Are you a veteran too?
Scott?
For me? No.
Mm-hmm.
No. I'm a veteran of comfortable sleepwear at night.
It's part of the chair force.
Yes. I feel that.
Yeah, it just kind of took off, him and I, and it's been nonstop, and we're just gonna keep going. And we're growing on Rumble, so like that's the good thing, is that because LubeTube has the channel on ice. It has my channel on ice, so like we just started going on Rumble too, and we're growing on Rumble. So we're up to almost, we're close to 400 followers on Rumble.
Did you say LubeTube?
See, I called it LubeTube. It's YouTube.
It's YouTube.
I called it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I called it LubeTube.
I was just like, new streaming?
Because they're always lubing it.
I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked, because that's not something I wanted you to Google either.
Yes, please don't.
What is lube?
Please do not Google a LubeTube. I do not want to be the guy that freaking ruins this beautiful young woman's mind.
Rose Ninja said, look up the motorcycle chaps and then leave out the ass part and then fill it up with your imagination. And then also he said after that to tell him who I'm talking to, but my won't remember at this point. He's that far. He doesn't remember like a whole year of his life, pretty much.
Sad.
Blondie.
Oh, Blondie's back. She's lurking. She is always lurking. We love Blondie. Blondie, unfortunately, was trying to protect other people from a freaking scumbag on Instagram who was doxing ICE agents and other conservatives, including Blondie. Blondie just kind of did her thing and just, and reported him. And then what did Instagram do? They do what they always do. They go after the conservative and not the person who's doing the right thing. But Blondie's part of the show too. She comes on, like I said, every other Wednesday. She hangs out with us. She's our in-house nurse. And if you get a chance, last Wednesday's episode was fantastic with her. She just schooled us on some really good stuff and everything. It's a good show. So we're going to, every Wednesday when she's on, the Wednesdays that she's on, we're going to make sure we always do a health segment with her. She's also on the Discord. We got Blondie's Corner now. She's got her own channel on our Discord so that she could put, what do you call it? Health information in there. And also other people could put health information in there so that she can take a look at it and then possibly talk about it on the show. So sign up. Make sure you sign up for the Discord, fam, if you're out there. It looks like our movie night is the 18th, and we got like a whole bunch of scary movies up there because it's Halloween month. So just make sure you sign up for the Discord, fam, and go check it out. We have The Conjuring, The Shining, Seven, Hellraiser, and Nightmare Before Christmas, which I still think is not really a Halloween movie, but we have to throw it in there.
If you want a scary movie, you can watch a movie about people getting injured by vaccines. And that's
pretty scary.
Effects.
That would be scary.
Yeah. There's this one that I watched, and this lady was pulling this big blood clot out of her nose, and then they were doing surgery afterwards. That's scary.
Yeah. You know what, though? Like, before a lot of those videos got censored, you know, they were out there for a minute. Like you got to see some of that initially. Then of course, you know, the what do you call it, the Marxists at all the social media companies, no matter what it was, Instagram, X, whatever they would at the time it was X. They would take. I'm sorry, it was Twitter still at the time. They would take it down and everything.
Yep.
If you put anything on Facebook, they would take it down and stuff. So yeah, but just to give an update, the douchebag that Blondie was going after, and I'm not going to say his name because I just don't want to give him any more burn. Okay, he was again he doxed some ICE agents. They arrested him in Georgia. Okay, so they hit him with some Fed charges, but what he also did is he threatened. What he was doing, he was making videos and telling people to go just do violence, right? He was being the typical Marxist,
Ugh.
okay? And he called for violence on the Texas state legislature, and now he's in Texas in front of the man, in front of that too. He's in the wrong state for that shit.
Wow.
So like they got him in Georgia for doxing the ICE agents, and now he was telling people go to the state legislature in Texas and to you know, if you have weapons to go there and essentially to you know to off people and stuff like that. So it caught up to him, and a big part of that was because Blondie reported him and stuff like that, and she ended up losing her account, which is still in limbo. But I
Damn.
think she had a friend. She was saying recently she had a friend who's in law enforcement and said probably one of the reasons they haven't reactivated your account is because you know your account is evidence right now.
Yeah.
Someone Rogue says they want to put in a petition for a different option for movie night.
Oh.
Wait,
good
who
old
wants to
Nina.
put another petition for a different option for movie night?
Nina.
Oh yeah, you got to wait till your birthday month before you can put in. And so Jonathan is our moderator, not only here and on Rumble, but he's also the moderator for the Discord, and he's the one who created the Discord. So he's got full control of that. Nina has to wait her birthday month before she could pick a movie.
Is that like the unspoken rule of choosing movies?
Yeah, so he usually puts the movies up, but if it's your birthday month, he'll give you an option of putting a movie in there.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. So like it was damn, what movie? Oh yeah, during his birthday month, he actually picked the movie because again he runs the Discord, so he had full control of it. But he's cool like that. He'll let you pick a movie.
We should watch Wall-E, Lucy, and Avatar. And
Well, did you sign up for the
Ender's
Discord?
Game.
You have to sign up for the Discord, Samantha.
You got to sign up for the Discord, and then you could put in the movie section suggestions. You could put those movie suggestions in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you guys, I'm using Rumble for the first time today, so I
Really?
didn't know I could do any of that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you on your laptop?
Welcome to Rumble.
I'm on my desktop now, and then I was going to use my iPad since
Okay.
that
Yeah.
I don't want to mess with the screen.
Yeah. Pull up the chat, and then you should be able to click on the link. And Blondie says that his arraignment is Monday morning in Texas. She's laughing. She's at LOL. Good for him. I hope they hang him high in Texas.
Wow.
Let's see here. I guess I have to create an account. I'll do that later. But yeah,
Yeah.
I've never used Rumble before. You can watch stuff without having an account, and I think that's a big reason why a lot of people aren't on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
The nice thing about Rumble.
Okay, Scott.
I was gonna say, the nice thing about Rumble is not only do they have the app for the phone, but they actually have an app for your smart TV now too.
Yeah, but I will say this though, that I'm gonna just say one thing, Scott. That with the apps, it is so much better to open it up in a browser because the apps are just like a pain in the ass. So you're better off like opening up Rumble in a browser if you want to watch stuff, because if you want to watch it on your TV or on the app, it's a pain in the ass.
Well, you mean like slow or
yeah, it's lag. You get serious lag. You're so much better doing it through a browser. But it's growing pains. Yeah, it's growing pains is what it is, right? Like they just started doing that and stuff. Wait a minute, Blondie.
The TV is
how do we not know your birthday, Blondie? Blondie says she didn't pick for her month. Blondie, we missed your birthday month? That's not right. Shame on us. Blondie, text me your birthday month, and we'll have to make it up for you with the movies.
How often do you do movie night?
We do once a month, and Jonathan will give us the date, and it's always on a Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern,
Oh, okay.
and it's
I
all
like
in the
it.
Discord. It's all in the Discord. Did we? Pretty sure Jonathan says that we didn't miss. All right, Jonathan, I'll let you because like my memory is for shit. I have terrible memory. Um, yeah. So every day, every month, we have on a Saturday. He picks the Saturday. He has like a separate server that he built just for movies and stuff like that. Everything. So that way we
That's
get
pretty
clear
cool.
picture, clear sound, and everything.
That's really cool.
So you can come hang out with us. You can just come chill and jump in the chat. Bring your sister and watch a movie. And your brother.
I just won't
Ah.
participate in this month's movies because I don't watch scary movies.
That's fine. Next month, what do you call it? Well, but the Nightmare Before Christmas isn't a scary movie. So if you pick that, it's not scary. I
It's
guess
not
it's
about.
scary for you.
No, it's not. That one's not about scary for me. It's about what's behind the screen that I don't want to jump through my screen
I
and
gotcha.
come into my home. Yeah, that's actually the basis. The Lord kind of like made me realize that when I was really young, and I just never could ever jump into anything
Okay,
Halloweeny or anything like
that's
that.
fine. No, that's fine. We'll because it'll be Thanksgiving next month. So Jonathan will pick a whole bunch of a new set of movies. It won't be
Charlie
Halloween
Brown.
based.
Charlie Brown. I've been waiting
Charlie
all year
Brown.
for Charlie Brown.
We grew up. You remember Charlie Brown, right? The Peanuts specials that they used to have on CBS, Scott, when we were
Yes.
kids.
Of course, I watch it all the time.
I still love those things, man. Peanuts was awesome. The old ones, the new ones got a little wokey, so I didn't watch it. They tried to
There's
do a
new
Peanuts
ones?
movie. Yeah,
I didn't even
they
know they
actually
had
did a
new ones.
recent Peanuts movie in recent years. I don't remember how long ago, and it was kind of wokey, so it didn't do very well.
Yeah. Wasn't it originally
No,
a
thank you.
Christian creator?
I believe that he was.
Probably.
It was very, very family. It was very like every single one of those was like there was a lesson behind it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, there
Did
was
you
always
see
lessons
the new
behind it.
VeggieTales? The VeggieTales now, they
I
chopped that up. It's awful.
Yeah, I've never watched what do you call it?
VeggieTales.
VeggieTales. Yeah.
There we go. When we all get our Samantha, when we all get our onesies, we're gonna
Oh
come on and we're gonna do a
God.
movie night watching VeggieTales.
Yeah, nah.
Yes. I love VeggieTales.
Good Lord. Yeah, so I think Charles Schultz was a pretty Christian
What?
dude. Jonathan, was Charles Schultz a pretty Christian dude? The creator of Peanuts? Jonathan, he's our moderator. He'll pull it up and find the information.
I'm pretty
Like,
sure he
I know
was, but he
Tolkien
made
was
sure
very
to say
Catholic.
it. Yeah, okay. Because I remember that he would always put something in there that would always talk about Christ for Christmas and stuff, and they would always correct. Like someone would say something wrong, and then someone would always correct it inside the show so that they had the right information.
Yeah.
Right.
In May, I don't think it was Tombstone. I think we watched Heat because it was a Val Kilmer month, right? That was when he passed.
Probably. Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, we're almost at 10 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
We did it.
Yeah, you did it, and
We
your
made
brother
it.
still hasn't. Your brother, what do you call it? Hasn't
Your
called
brother's
you.
still missing.
It's just like he just still hasn't called to come pick me up. He's still hanging with his people.
He's sitting
That's
there
for
saying, "Why
sure.
hasn't Samantha texted me?"
Yes, why hasn't Samantha picked me up?
Well, he knew
The
about
lights
the
are
interview.
about to
I
go.
told him. Yeah, I told him.
You should text him, make sure he's okay though, Samantha, just in case he needs you to pick him up.
I won't have a speaker for a few seconds.
What if
That's
he's?
okay. Go ahead, do what you got to do. Make sure he's okay.
He could be getting chased by wolves right now, saying, "Oh, we lost your speaker anyway."
Yeah, we lost her for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got to text him. She can hear us, but we can't hear her. Ah, what a night. Okay. So Jonathan said that Charles Schultz, the creator of Peanuts, converted to Christianity. I knew he was a Christian after World War II because he felt humbled by surviving the war. Just talking to him now. So right now we are watching Samantha Lorenze talk to her little brother, America. We can't hear it,
Samantha.
but it looks like she's yelling at him and chastising him right now.
No,
So
he's probably got the same problems. He's probably saying, "I can't hear you. You're
I
breaking up."
can't hear you.
Actually, I couldn't hear him, and he wouldn't answer me. He said, "They're still going. It's 20-something to 0," and then he just hung up on me.
Well, I guess you're good to go then.
And then he texted me, "I love you, bye." Yeah, so we're all.
He better.
Well, at least he's okay. And the game is like he's still at the game and stuff like that. So he is where he
Yeah.
said he was going to be. So that's the good thing.
Hmm.
Yeah. Jonathan says he hasn't made. He's talking to Nina. He says he hasn't made a November list yet. He'll come up with some good stuff. He has like 600 movies. Okay, and he has like a whole bunch of different. And I'm going back to like the 50s and 60s too. That's how many movies he has. Like it's not just like more recent movies. There's a bunch of movies. And then he has a whole bunch of series too and stuff like that. He says he's close to the 700 now. My bad. So he's downloaded like another 100 movies. So he's a movie guy.
Sounds like me. I got plenty of movies.
Yeah.
Um,
We can't hear you.
Who, me or her?
No, her.
Okay.
Speaking of movies, Alexis is going to be in a documentary that's coming out.
Really?
Oh,
Plug
cool.
it.
I will as soon as they're waiting for it to get picked up by a platform, and then as soon as it comes out, then we're going to put it everywhere.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We'll definitely have to do that. Jonathan, you heard that? Lexi's going to be in a documentary. Is she part of like a whole bunch of people that are in it for like, vaccine injuries, or she's part most of it?
She's a part of it. Like, there's a lot of different videos, but she's the only person that I think they actually interviewed in person. Like,
Okay.
he came to the hospital room and interviewed Alexis, and she gave the whole account. And then he had to kind of chop it for like 5 minutes.
Right.
But she's a decent part of it, and they even put like a QR code or something like that for people to donate to. And
That's awesome. I was hoping that would happen. I'm hoping
Yeah.
the documentaries would come out.
When you get those clips, make sure you send us one, and we will absolutely do a little watch thing on our channel and bring it up. And even if it's just 5 minutes, we will watch the 5 minutes of her segment.
That sounds like a plan, because it's a really cute little segment. It's sad because you can but just watching her on the movie, it's actually really cute because I don't know, I would have never imagined her being on a movie, even though the circumstances. It's really the
Right.
coolest thing that someone actually
Took
said,
the
"Hey,
time.
let me put you there." Yeah, a really great guy named Tyler who took his time out of the day, and he was just like so awesome to me and Alexis.
As soon as you find out, you just let us know, and we will be more than happy. Even if it's, like I said, just a 5-minute segment, we will play that 5-minute segment of Lexi telling her story.
Absolutely. And hopefully next time she's around, if I'm on with you guys or anything, she'll come and be like, "Hey, I want to say something," because normally that's what she does if she's home. She'll come and take the microphone and just take over the show, and I love it.
That's good. When you get your setup, go get a microphone and a camera. Okay, so you don't have to do your phone anymore, all right? That just a little professional advice. You tell us when you want to come back, Samantha, okay? And you will come back. And if your sister's around and she wants to be on and tell it from her words, we will sit back and let her rip.
Oh, she would definitely do it. We might all be bawling by the end of it because she
That's
gets in
okay.
so detail, and there's times where I'm telling the story and I kind of skip around because my brain just
Right.
get overwhelmed. But
Oh, but she lived
she
through
just
it.
goes through it.
Yeah, she
Mhm.
lived through the whole thing, obviously experiencing everything. She's gonna tell the whole story.
Yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
different when we're just trying to pick it up. But we got 4 minutes left. What I want to do, Samantha, before I take us out, I would like to pray, if that's okay.
Yes.
All right. So, fam, we are going to say a prayer for Samantha and Lexi right now. You know my prayer that I always do for everybody. Okay, it's the one prayer that it just means a lot to me. Um, and it just
Mhm.
kind of always hits the moment when it's needed. And it's needed right now for Lexi because she's still healing and we want her to come through it, all aces. We want everything to be correct with her and her health. So whenever you're ready, you just let me know and I'll just jump into it, Samantha.
You're all good. I mean, I don't think we have anything else to cover. But yeah,
Right on.
I love prayer, so
Yep.
let's do it.
Here you go, hon. Father in heaven, we give you praise and glory. Thank you so much for your word. Thank you so much for revealing your heart to us and revealing your will to us. We ask that you please meet us at this moment because this moment is where we find you, and in this moment is where you find us. Help us to be found by you and help us to know your presence in this moment, in this circumstance, in this season of our lives. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 I love the Lord. He's wonderful.
He's
Mhm.
beautiful. Yeah.
That was a
Well,
great
fam,
prayer.
Mhm.
it's the one prayer I pray for people for certain moments, and it's just a momentary thing. And not that I don't have other prayers, but it just comes in handy when we need it. Uh, and your sister and you and your family will continue to be in my prayers, and I know in Scott's as well. Okay.
Mhm.
I know I'll speak on his behalf on that because he's a good man and he'll be praying for them. He'll be praying for you as well. So we love you all. Samantha, we love you. We love Lexi. And you have an open invitation to come on anytime you want. Okay. And anything more you want to add, even if it's not about Lexi, you just want to talk about something else, died suddenly, you got something coming on and you just want to bring it out, you come to us and
Mhm.
come to either me or Scott, and we will make sure we make it happen for you.
You guys are the best. You guys are literally the best. Thank you so much
Mhm.
for everything.
Oh, you're
I
So if
welcome.
you got
appreciate you.
You're
Mhm.
welcome. It's not, you don't even have to thank us. Like I said, we're here for you, Samantha. We saw your sister's story, we saw your family story, and you know, just the power of prayer helps as it's helping with your sister's recovery. So, um,
Mhm.
again, we just want to make sure that you always have a voice, and we know you do, and we know that you're doing things, also with died suddenly TV and whatnot. But there's another outlet for you anytime you need it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I just want to encourage people that Alexis is getting better, but she's going to need a lot of help until her lawsuit is over. So if you feel compelled to donate, Alexis would appreciate it a lot. Nothing goes to anybody else but her. And it helps with her medical bills. So thank you
We've
guys,
been
everybody.
You're very welcome. We've been putting the Give Send Go into the chat. It's also linked at the top of each chat in both Rumble and YouTube. So I ask, you all to just take a moment and think about Lexi and just give from your heart, okay? Because she needs it, the family needs it, okay? And we just got to keep giving and trying to help because that's what we do. We're patriots. We love our fellow Americans and we love fellow patriots as well. And when they're going through it, we got to make sure we big them up and help them rise above the adversity together.
Mhm.
Because only together can we
Yep.
survive this.
Thank you. And I agree completely.
Yep.
So you got some comments. Gonna put them up here from Nina. She says, may she recover completely and for the best of time. And then she says, so happy for both of you, your strength, Samantha and Lexi. May more continue to come prayers for more and more strength and energy.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. We need all the prayers, all of them. We love all the prayers.
Yep.
Oh,
Scott, you got anything, brother, on the way out?
No, I mean, just have everybody have a safe weekend. Be good, and we'll see what happens next week. Something big's probably gonna happen next week.
Yeah, we do got a pretty big week next week and stuff like that. Should be pretty good. Just so let me give you guys all an update on the way out. All right, we have April Silverman who will be with us on Monday night. Okay, Callie Maga Barbie, she's coming to hang with us on Monday night. On Wednesday, it'll be me and Blondie again on Break the Machine podcast. It's always good to have her back, and we'll get some more health stuff with her and whatnot. Next Friday, we have Ramses Frias from New York City, who's running for the district for New York City District Council, one of the council seats. I forgot which one it is off the top of my head because you guys know my memory is for shit. For some reason, I want to say 25, but I think that was probably Elijah Diaz when he was on. But he will be hanging with us next Friday. This Saturday, tomorrow, it'll be me and the real Tom Lee Booze, okay, hanging out for the Salty Dog Show, and whoever else might jump into the chat and pop up with us on screen. And the real Tom Lee Booze has, by the way, Scott, he said that he thinks he'll be able to make the 1 year anniversary and come hang with us. So that'd be
Sweet.
pretty cool.
Excellent.
He's our British
That'll be a
brother
fun show.
and a British patriot. Just so you guys know, on the 20th, it is going to be an absolute train wreck, and we're going to love it. It's the 1 year anniversary. Blondie's going to be with us, with me and Scott. Okay, we're going to have Petty Crocker's going to be with us. Right now, it looks like the real Tom Lee Booze is going to be with us. The Chris Influence is going to come pop up and say what's up to us too. We got a lot. We got a whole lot coming up. All of October is completely packed, and we're already trying to start with November. We already got people. When is Luna? Luna's not next Friday. She's the Friday after that, right? Luna Lopez who will be with us too. So we are busy for the month of October, fam. So just stay tuned. We got a lot coming on. So right now, as you guys know, I will be on Bourbon and Beer after this over on Yankee Freeze channel. I'm going to make sure that we go ahead and raid them on the way out. Guys, we gotta, you know what? We gotta get an outro, Scott. I gotta talk to real Tom. Tom said that he would make one for us. So I gotta talk to him about that.
But do you use one of the? But do you use that if you're going to somebody else's show?
Yeah, I can do it while people are waiting and stuff like that. You know, for the raid. You know what I'm saying? Guys, did you make sure you like and subscribe and everything like that? Because it helps us with the algorithm and stuff, fam. So I'm just setting that up right now. You guys know we're gonna raid Bourbon and Beer, Yankee Free, and then I will be there hanging out with them until midnight tonight. Because that's what we do every Friday night. And let me go get their page. Copy. Let's get a little paste in here, and the raid will be happening shortly.
All right. Everybody have a good night.
Bye.
All right, fam.
Thank you. I'm gonna.
Yeah. Thank you again, Samantha. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.